Life Lessons from Losers. Here's your host, the biggest loser, Jack Vento!
Thank you, and welcome to Life Lessons from Losers, a 5-in-1-man show. I'm your biggest loser. We didn't plan on that. Jack Vento, and I'm so excited for you all to be here tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. I can't tell you guys how much it means for you all to be here. I wish I could, but we got a full show and no time to get sentimental. So I do want to thank some people, places, and things really quickly. The Rossi Square Theater for hosting us here tonight. Riley Dewey for doing tech and being a great producer. And my other producer, Mike Bent, for helping me figure this whole show out.
JD, would you turn the mic on?
I could do that if you like.
Hold down the button. Gorgeous.
There we go. Lights, camera, action, baby. And most importantly, I have to thank the guy who's sponsoring this show, Jak Cadilak. Any wrestling fans in the audience? That's more than I thought. Jak Cadilak is a famous professional wrestler. I'm sorry, force of habit. Jak Cadilak was a famous professional wrestler. He was actually a champion of the Wrestling Federation at one point, until they had some miscommunication on what defined a steroid. But now he's a very successful businessman who has, this is a quote, has no problem wasting money on this show. So thank you, Jack. We look forward to seeing some of his Cadillac commercials here tonight. But this show is a culmination of all of my work that I've done the past 4 years at the Emerson Comedic Arts major. And if you don't like the show, there will be a petition to refund my tuition at the end. But that won't happen because we have a great show for you tonight. Yes, we. You see, I'm graduating soon, and I have no clue as to what the hell I'm going to do. But luckily, I have some role models who are very inspirational and love to tell me that they know what they're doing. And I believe in them. You know, there's just so many people I feel like I want to be, and people I have to be. There's the family guy that's reliable. There's the creative guy that keeps it cool. The spiritual guy that inspires others. The tough guy that's resilient. I'm none of these, but these guys are. So we're going to learn from them, but I also want you to learn from me, or about me. You see, I want you to feel like I'm a close friend that you can gossip about your other close friends with by the end of the night. So let's let you know a little bit about me. I'm a boy. I identify as a man, but I still go to the pediatrician. That's a joke. I don't go to the doctor. I have too many possible hereditary conditions that I don't even go. It's like gambling at a casino. You lose as soon as you take the money out. You don't have a heart problem, so they tell you you do. Thank you to my family for will hopefully kill me much later in life. That's the thing about family. You have it before you know what it is. You know, there's all these people around you, and they like you, and you like them back for some reason. You know, your uncle is just this mysterious man who gives you video games, and then you get older, and he's just this mysterious man who sends you Fox News articles and AI. Can you believe this? That crocodile airplane fought Elon Musk to save America? No, I can't believe this. I'm sorry. I didn't want to start this show with you all thinking I don't like my uncle. I love my uncle. It's just he's a hard guy to love sometimes. You know, ask his ex-wife. don't tell him I said that. He's great. He's just he's got a lot of drama and a lot of jokes that he thinks I should use. And he's actually supposed to be here tonight, but I'm not seeing him. I guess that's. Oh no, this is so embarrassing. I was supposed to put it on silent. It's my uncle. It's Uncle Vinny. You guys don't mind if I take this? Hey, Uncle Vinny. Where are you? The show started. You're in the back talking to the chef? It's a theater. I don't. Okay, you're at the back door. Can you just go around to the front? Okay, stop yelling. Just stay there. I'll come get you. you guys just don't mind sitting there still for really quick. I'll be right back. Just gonna grab my uncle and we'll get the show right back on track. Go for it. All right. Oh, Jackie! I'm here. Where are you? Oh. Who the hell are all you? Oh, no, don't tell me. Oh, don't tell me. You're all here for Jack's show? That's more people than I expected. Okay, woo! Man, woo! Isn't this great? My own nephew Jackie hosting his own little comedy show. I mean, when he was a kid, he was so shy to talk to his imaginary friends. Now he's talking to a whole room of them. I'm joking. He's a good kid. I mean, comedic arts for 4 years, and whenever I ask him to tell me a joke, he says, "That's not really my thing, Vinny. If your thing isn't talking funny, then what is it? Looking funny?" I'm joking. He's a handsome young Italian stallion. I mean, wide shoulders, tiny legs, disproportionate torsos. Kind of looks like a human syringe. An Italian ape. Some gold chains and a bunch in cologne. He'll be so Italian, Hollywood will want to change his last name. I'm joking. He's good. You know, I'm a bit of a comedian myself. I keep telling Jack, you know, he should follow in his uncle's footsteps. Go to trade school, learn a craft, then master it. He tells me, comedy is my craft. Yeah, arts and crafts. I mean, come on. He doesn't need some Hollywood internship to, you know, get a job. He doesn't need Instagram followers. If he wants to be a real influencer, he should come work for me. I have a very successful plumbing business of sorts. Let's just say I take care of shit. I know how to make certain clogs and messes go away. You know, Jack always tells me, he goes, come work for me, and he goes, "No, Vinny, I want to do comedy." But you can do both. I mean, look at me. I'm the funniest guy my friends know. I mean, I'm funnier than most of these Netflix comedians I see. You know, if you ask me, Saturday Night Live needs more guys like me. I mean, that show hasn't been good since 1984 when Joe Piscopo was on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I say one of the greatest Italian comics of all time. You go mute. I bet if I said Bill Sandberg or Andy Hayter, you guys would light up. This is what The Sopranos was warning us of. I mean, we're the real Italian superstars right now. I mean, they make the Mario movie, and guess who they get to play the Italian lead? Chris Pratt. More like Chris Pratt. But come on! We're the real Italian role models. I mean, that's what this country needs. I mean, look how good we were doing when we still revered Pacino and De Niro. So, to show Jack just how funny he could be, how about I do some comedy? Huh? Now, my style is what you might call deli humor, okay? What do you call an Italian ghost? A gabagool. Good one, right? You don't like this one. What do you call an Italian Olympic skeet shooter? A prosciutto. All right. This is a good one. You'll like this one. You know, most Italians' favorite director is Francis Ford Coppola. But my friend is so fat, his favorite director is Francis Ford Capicola. And I don't want to hear anything about how Capicola and Gabagool are kind of the same thing. They're jokes. They're fun. You don't see most comedians do nowadays. I mean, they all want to tell you some sob story about their life so they can commiserate with the audience. Whatever happened to the real entertainers who left all that sad stuff at home and left the stage for, oh, I don't know, entertainment? I mean, like guys like Sinatra. Oh, I mean, that was a real man. I mean, he had 5 wives and even more affairs, mob ties and depression. But his songs weren't called, "Oh my God, I'm under so much stress, my hair is falling out." It was just called, "That's life." But everything's a pity party nowadays. Except they call it a John Mulaney special. But I tell Now, if you want to hear a funny story, well, I got a funny story for you, huh? How about we batters up, play a little ball, all right? Here's a story. A couple months ago, I'm out at this little bakery. Best cannolis in Boston. And the Zeppelis, mwah. But, it's a beautiful place when I want to forget about the fact that I got 2 teenagers who are full-blown screenagers. It's a nice place, it's quiet, they play beautiful Italian music, and it's pig-free. The kitchen isn't kosher, but this place has more trust than a bank. So me and my associates can talk about our business freely. But today it's just me, a hot cappuccino and a biscotti, and I'm enjoying the peace and quiet. Until my sweet serenity is disturbed by somebody talking louder than anybody having a conversation ought to be talking. That's because this person wasn't having a conversation. They were doing a monologue, a friggin' food review. It's one of these, whatchamacallem, TikTokers. And so I go up to this guy, because I'm a civil servant. Like I said, I take care of shit. And I sort of roll up my sleeves, and I politely go up to this kid, and I say, hey, you mind if you keep it down so everybody else can enjoy their meal? And here's where this kid decides to push my buttons. He puts his phone in my face and starts saying something like, go back to Dunkin', boomer. Now, I'm a lover, not a fighter, but when I see red, I lose it, like a bull, and like a bull, when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So, in a moment, I go into this haze, and when I come out, I'm dipping the twerp's head into a bucket of ricotta, and he's out here screaming, stop, I'm lactose intolerant. Funny, right? You know who didn't find it funny? The police, or my wife, or the kid's parents, who are apparently Harvard lawyers. Luckily, I know a guy who knows a judge who helped this whole misunderstanding go away. Not without court-ordered anger management therapy. Now, I don't have a problem with my anger, but apparently other people do. So send me to this shrink and starts asking all these stupid questions. What was your father like? He yelled. What was your mother like? She yelled. Why did you and your wife get a divorce? She yelled. I'm not angry. I just have to raise my voice to the tone everybody else is yelling at. Italians are very emotive people. It's why I talk with my hands. It's why I kiss when I hug. It's why my cholesterol is so friggin' hot. I just care a lot. So I decide, this shrink ain't really for me. She calls me a narcissist. I thought I ain't no narc, I'm no rat. I ain't assisting nobody. I say screw it, and I turn to a more reliable source, the Mayo Clinic. Now, I would have preferred something less fatty, like the oil and vinegar clinic, but the Mayo Clinic will do, because as we all know, you can't lie on the internet. So, with the help from the Mayo Clinic, I compiled a list for anybody with an anger management problem to prevent you from blowing your top in a tense situation. It's 5 steps, and it goes like this. Number 1, think before you speak. Number 2, take a time out and identify possible solutions. Number 3, use I statements. Number 4, use a little humor. And number 5, practice relaxation skills. So why don't you say you're in a situation like mine, where you come face to face with one of these Gen Z crybabies. You might want to call a smug son of a bitch a shit eater, but let's think about that. That's where step 2 comes in. Let's take a time out and identify possible solutions. They say someone's use of profanity reflects their intelligence. Well, I must be a friggin' genius, because nobody knows how to cuss somebody out like Uncle Vinny. Italians wrote the book on wordy warfare. So, how about I help you give you some vocab words that can help up your game? Instead of calling someone a brick, call them a cazzo. Instead of calling them an asshole, call them a schronzo. My list goes on. A bastard, a bastardo. An idiot, an imbecile. Loser is lame. But a sfagato, oh, now that's got some zip. A piece of shit, a pezza de merda. You can never call somebody a testicle in English. But a coglione, no, now you're being trashy like a tennis player. So now that we've relaxed a little bit, just saying those words always helps me relax. Why don't we now use some I statements, okay? You might want to say, hey, Schronzo, eat a bag of dicks. But instead, let's try, hey, Schronzo, I've got a bag of dicks for you to eat. an imbecile whose mother is a whore, which I know because I fucked her last night. See, it also accomplishes number 4, at least a little tension with humor. And if they're not laughing, then they really deserve it. And finally, number 5, practice relaxation skills. You know, for me, I like to take a deep breath and imagine I'm in a peaceful situation, like or a park on a beautiful day, right? And I'm sitting out there and I'm looking around and I see a little family coming by with some little kids, and I'm laughing because I know that those kids are going to grow up to become Facebook-addicted zombies who only text when they need money for jaggings. I'm looking around and I see a woman. She's walking on a dog, and I have a little puppy, and that's cute. Reminds me of the dog I got my wife that was supposed to fix our marriage. All I got was piss-stained carpets and the loss of half my assets. And then I see this duck. And you know, ducks, they usually stay with their fellow fowl, but this little guy, he comes up to me. He starts pecking on the bread, comes my meatball hero. He, unlike my own family, is grateful. And I started to realize, me and this duck, maybe we ain't so different. I mean, 2 loners wandering through life, misunderstood. I mean, everybody thinks they're one thing, and that's all that we are, but there can never be anything more than the nature, but we can be, we are. I mean, look at this duck. He's young, he's fresh, he can fly anywhere, do anything. He's in his prime right now. But all of a sudden, I realized that me and this duck, we're not so alike. I mean, he goes off and flies and joins his little family again. And good for him, as he should. Not like I felt a kinship with that sfagato. You know, I hope he flies down south and gets shot by some 14-year-old redneck out of season. I hope he gets turned into a pate and spread on a cracker and enjoyed by someone who doesn't even appreciate a good duck. And then he's eaten, shitted out, and flushed like the peasant manna he is and forever will be. Woo! Feeling better! I know I am. They call that catharsis. So if you have an anger management problem, that should help you in a tense situation. So, what are you all doing here? Oh, Jack's show! Oh! I'm sure you didn't have too much important stuff to say. Well, I guess I'm your opener. All right, before I go, I got to do my catchphrase. I keep telling Jack, every good comedian has a catchphrase. You've all been lovely. Say hello to your mothers for me. And if you think you heard something fishy, forget about it! I'm Uncle Vinny!
Bam, damn, Jak Cadilak here and in the clear with all those trials, tribulations, and messy litigations. I am officially no longer with the Wrestling Federation, a place where I climbed the ladder, both metaphorically and literally, to the top. But that's all in the past, and I'm driving away from it fast. So this one goes out to all the losers who are out of work, out of love, and out of hope. The power to accomplish the impossible exists within my new book, Yellow Lights. Should I run this one or not? Yellow Lights is a collection of personal anecdotes, poems, recipes, dream journals, fan fiction, what I look like as a superhero, movie ideas, coloring page, and so much more, all for you. A wise man once told me, fear controlled my life. When he told me that, I hit him. I don't know fear. I knew fear. Once we shared a rocky glass of whiskey, and then like the climax of a Western movie, we walked 16 paces at dawn, and fear was begone. But I later apologized to that man, not because the judge ordered me to, but because I realized that I had been running from something my whole life. I had been running from being myself. Hop in for a ride through my mind, and you might find advice that is one of a kind, and give you sight so clear you thought it was hind. Like hindsight 2020? Well, how about 20% off? I originally priced this book at $100, but for you, Jak Cadilak will make it 20, honey. Yellow Lights! Should I run this one or not? By Jak Cadilak. The next chapter of your life starts now. Bam, damn, Jak Cadilak.
Thanks. Hey, shout out to my Uncle Vinny, who is not a part of this show. But I guess he does live up to the theme. So, yeah, I guess it's out there now, but I wanted you guys to hear it from me first. I'm Italian. More Italian than Robert De Niro, actually. You know, my Italian great-grandmother, or Nonna Supreme, she actually came from Sicily to Boston. And then she moved to Toronto, where her daughter would go on to meet a man fresh off the boat from Sicily himself, my grandfather. And all that to say, I'm Italian enough to not apologize for my uncle, because that's familia. And family, to me, is your past. It's you, it's all you, just who you've chosen to be. And I mean, do any of us get to choose who we are, or are we who we have always been? I like to imagine there's some room for design within ourselves. I mean, we've all had a dream at one point.
Yeah.
Right? Show of hands, has everybody had a dream once? Okay, good. I'm going to need you to use those imaginations in a minute. You see, when I think I was a kid, I think my dream of who I'd be when I got older was just like a superhero who did like amazing things, and people were like, Batman, thank you so much, you saved the day. I love you. But that's what fantasy is. Because when you're an adult, people only say I love you when they're going to tell you how bad you look. I had a friend visit recently, and these guys are like my brothers, but the first thing my friend says to me when he hasn't seen me in a year, please shave that shit off of your face. Not, I love you, but, or, oh, it's so good to see you, but just, I hate the way you look right now. And here's like what I look like. And thank you. My friends weren't alone in that. A lot of my friends and family felt the very same way about it. But unfortunately for all of them, I just didn't care. I don't take myself for anything too seriously, except my internship. Oh, I take my internship very seriously, because it wasn't easy getting one. I mean, I sent out a lot of job applications and got back a few responses from a do not reply address, but one person saw my talent and lack of experience and decided to take a shot on me. His name is Jack Jazz. This guy is cool. I mean, I didn't know they made guys this cool anymore. I mean, my favorite band is Steely Dan, and they have all these songs about these really cool guys whose lives are actively falling apart within the song. This guy reminds me of one of those guys. Jack Jazz is a nightclub promoter, an explorer of ideas in the adult entertainment sphere, whatever that means. He's got so many followers, though, that I think I can leverage this for a better opportunity in the couple months. But he's here tonight to let us in on a little bit of insight into his long and weird career, and how he always keeps it so cool. I'm pleased to present to all of you tonight the one and only Jak Jazz. Hey, cool cats, it's me, Jak Jazz. Cheer for that. The Midnight Maestro, the nightclub genie, the late night dark knight, and the owner and proprietor of the hottest clubs in New England. Unless it's the winter. Do you know how expensive it is to pay for heating for a whole nightclub? You already own a winter coat. But nobody knows how to party like a Jak Jazz party. Except for ditty parties. I never had any involvement with those. Baby oil is where I draw the line. But I am the king of partying, the prince of partying, some would say. You know, people always ask me, what's it like to be the umpire of the party game? And I'll tell you, it's great. Music always booming, drinks always flowing, surviving off of bar pretzels and strip club buffets, living under the rays of a disco ball instead of a sun. My hearing's damaged worse than my liver, and my doctor has to sing the alphabet every time he wants to tell me what vitamin deficiencies I have. But I wouldn't want it any other way. It ain't easy, though. This business will eat you alive. I mean, you come up with one great nightclub, and you know what the first thing they say is? What's next? What's next? Do you know how hard it was to train that bear to eat out of a honey pot? Not as hard as it was to put that little red shirt on him. When my club, the 100 Liquor Woods, was a smash. You know, I don't have fast stuff. I full ass stuff. No, a mule with seasonal depression won't work. If that ass's ass isn't suicidal, the people will know. I care about the details. They're worth every penny. And I got pennies. Nickels, dimes, hell, even quarters. Screw the stock exchange. The real money is in pocket change. I've also got inheritance money. 4 days. Guess who's got 2 thumbs and 2 rich parents who died in a horrible water skiing accident when he was 10? This guy. Yeah. The late night, dark night is more than just a catchy moniker. But my backstory is the exposition to my glory. You see, I wasn't always such a success. My first project was a disaster. The electric, oh, that's my parents. The electric slide! Man, an abandoned water park turned into an adult entertainment center. This place was like the water park scene from Grown Ups on acid. And I would know. That's how I came up with it. It had everything a sunburnt spring breaker, day drunk on twisted teas could dream of. The world's unofficial largest margarita. Tequila water slide. And my take on the lazy river, the active river. What made it so active? How about 76 electric eels that make sure the fun never stops? Man, this place, people felt ways about this place. They described it as sticky. One big health code violation. And, my favorite, shocking! From all the electric eels. But I learned a lot from the electric slide. One, never open a water park in February in New England. Hypothermia is a real thing, apparently. Number 2, the world's official largest margarita apparently needs to be safe to consume. And the Guinness Book of World Records is a scam. They blocked my phone number. Apparently they don't take kindly to poisoning one of their judges. That's not my fault. The rats and chlorine were there when I bought the place. My LinkedIn says Jack Jazz, Prince of Partying, male model, and entertainer. Not Jack Jazz, Prince of Partying, male model, and exterminator. But I've been known to misunderstand my audience at times. Not all my ideas have been the greatest in hindsight, but those are future me's problems. And unfortunately, I am the future me. You know what? Cut the music. I need to get real for a second. You see, I've been knocked down. A few times. But I like rock bottom, because that is where you are forced to reinvent yourself. You see, after the electric slide, I was laughed off the East Coast. I was forced to take refuge in a place of demons, darkness, and despair. Ohio. When it was there, I would discover the thing that would put Jack Jazz back on the map. Yodeling. You see, one afternoon, I was in rural Ohio, and I decided to ask myself a question. I said, Big Daddy, farmers deserve to party too? So I thought, what if I put agrarian culture with next-gen nightlife entertainment? The answer? I'd like to welcome you all to the Animal House. Man, this place had everything a rural Ohioian could dream of. Freshly churned butter, the Chick-fil-A cows, and Jim Belushi, who thought this was for charity and was very upset to find out it was not. But I don't like to remember the Animal House as the place where I had my first fist fight with a celebrity, or the place where I lost my first fist fight with a celebrity. Instead, I like to remember it as the place where I learned one of the biggest lessons of my entire career. The thing that would change everything. Animal-themed businesses can't fail! I mean, come on, look at SeaWorld. How long have they been trying to cancel them? I mean, they keep killing whales and people go, well, it's cheaper than Disney. From there, my career took off in a direction I could have never predicted. guess who's got 2 thumbs and was a key witness in the Joe Exotic trial? This guy! Man, I tell you, when things are good, oh, they're great. I got club openings every week and club closings every other week. No longer was I just that weirdo who got wedgied by Ringo Starr. Now, I was the star. But, you know, it's tough sometimes. You know, I've come a long way. You know, I wasn't always the mayor of Funky Town, and that wasn't just some childhood fantasy. It was actually my destiny. I want to take you back to a little 10-year-old Jack Jazz. Here was my first birthday without my parents, and I felt abandoned, hopeless. And then my butler suggested that I throw a fantastic blowout like my parents would have wanted. So, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I wasn't always a prodigy at party planning. I used to just be like most of you now, a bumbling, hapless idiot. But then my butler told me something that I still carry around with me to this day. He said, Master Jazz, if you give something every last drop of blood, sweat, and tears, the people will feel that, and they will love it and you. So I listened to him, and I did it. I threw the party of my dreams. Sonic the Hedgehog kills my dentist. Man, at 10 years old, Eminem was my favorite music artist. I hated the dentist, and I loved Sonic. And I learned one of the biggest lessons of my life. Wax museum artists don't make that much money, and will do anything if you pay their premium. Violate copyright, make wax figures of your dentist, make several graphic tableaus of said dentist being served Punisher-esque justice by the heroic blue blur. The party was, as you could guess, a banger. I mean, it had everything a 10-year-old grieving with the loss of both of his parents could dream of. Sonic's favorite food, chili dogs. 5 real-life Sonics, a.k.a. 5 spray-painted porcupines on little treadmills. And 10 wax exhibits portraying Sonic the Hedgehog killing my dentist, Dr. Doug Daniels, DMD. But, only thing missing was my parents. Yeah, but I know they'd be proud. Oh, I know they'd be happy. Even if I sold my great-grandmother's ring to buy that almost extinct green pig. That set me back. But I already bought the bird slingshot, and once you do that, you're all in on the Angry Birds idea. But you see, that is what has gotten me to where I am today. No matter how whack-goo, goo-goo, bananas my ideas might sound, I believe in them to the end. It's not that I can't fail, it's that I refuse to. And speaking of failing, I do have to now bring you all some very unfortunate news. The Boston party scene is on life support. This debilitating condition has only worsened through the years as the rise of trivia nights, alcohol-free bars, and social media making you think that staph infection, strobe lights, overpriced cover charges, and hearing damage are not worth going out to the club for, have riddled the Boston party scene with virus that appears to be terminal. You know, most people think we should just take this horse out back and turn it into glue. But I said, wait! I can cure it. And just like medical superhero, Dr. House MD, I'm high right now and I have found the impossible solution. This concrete jungle has turned us all into bricks. Not cool and creative Lego bricks, but dull, zombie-like Lincoln logs. I think we need to tear down this concrete and reveal the jungle that's been hiding underneath all along. That's why I'd like to welcome you all to Boston's newest and hottest club, the Stinkin' Rhino! And this place has been reviewed and rated. And the details of those reviews is irrelevant. I got a passing grade from the health department and a threatening message from the police. Both of them I paid off. Man, this place is crazy. It's like, it makes an animal kingdom look like an episode of Mad Men. Never have there been so many wild animals in a place since Coachella '99. This place is feral. Don't get it twisted. I mean, Literally, it's feral. It's got everything the penguins from the Madagascar movie could dream of. Feral cats that I tried to reverse breed into jaguars. Closest I got was a cougar. What can I say? It must be a natural attraction. Two of the rarest parrots in the world that I need you to tell me if you see. It would do irreparable damage to both my bank account and this ecosystem if these got loose. And the wildest animals of them all. 8 die-hard Limp Bizkit fans will show up at some point tonight. Spoiler alert, they won't. Man, you know, the next thing I'm about to tell you guys might sound like a bad thing, but I want you to know that it is indeed good. Guess who's got 2 thumbs and is now officially a poacher? This guy! You see, most clubs only appeal to 3 senses max. Sight, hearing, taste. But I thought, what if we went for all 6? Sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell, and the ability to commune with the deceased Bruce Willis. See, when you walk into the stinking Rhino, you know you're in for an unforgettable experience. Immediately, your ears are ambushed by experimental jungle beats by DJ Stevie Wonderwin. Next thing, your eyes are dazzled by animatronics and scenery from 8 foreclosed rainforest cafes. Already, this has exceeded what you thought a club was capable of. So as you feel your soul start to leave your body, you're touched by one of the apes from the Planet of the Apes. But don't worry, the Statue of Liberty is still intact, but these are the real costumes from the Tim Burton's 2000 movie. Perks of being a Wahlburgers Diamond member. Next up, as the simian servant will offer you one of our signature cocktails, the vaccination, which is an actual vaccination for tetanus, rabies, malaria, West Nile, Ebola, etc. It doesn't matter what's in it. All that matters is that you drink it. Because trust me, you'll need it. For next up, as you feel yourself start to absorb the atmosphere, energy, and medicine, you've taken a deep breath and smell our namesake. A real signature blend of fresh animal manure. Yeah, this ain't just any shit. It's exotic shit. Not from some American farm or zoo. I get this flown fresh from the Congo, Zimbabwe, and South Africa daily. You know how seafood places get fish delivered fresh daily? Well, I thought I'd do the same with scat. Because I'm the coolest cat! Man, this club is my Trojan magnum opus. And I know it might just sound like a bunch of bullshit to you, but it's not. It's elephant shit. It's lion shit. It's gazelle shit. God damn it! It's rhino shit. That's why I'm calling for a rhino stampede. Now is your chance to join the circle of life, to live wild and free, and to return to how things used to be, savage and disgusting. The stinking rhino is open and ready for you to take the next step in party evolution. I know you'll have a memorable time, and I can promise you that, because I'm Jack Jazz, and I'm the coolest cat in town!
Bam, damn, Jak Cadilak is back, and boy, am I glad to see you. Things have been a bit complicated since we last communicated. I, Jak Cadilak, the former Pro Wrestling Federation sensation turned entrepreneur busyness man, have been sued by Matthew McConaughey. He took my humble inspiration and hefty admiration and saw it as plagiarism and ripping him off, and thus sent me a cease and desist. Now there is no bad blood between Matty McC and me, the big JC. Game respects game, and sometimes in this business, game respects game by game suing game. But that lawsuit was a blessing in disguise. You see, I put all that mental rental bullshit behind me, for there is only one thing in our lives we can control. our bodies. The human body is a tool. Like a Swiss Army knife, it has multiple uses. Opening doors, opening pickle jars, and my favorite thing, body slamming big old slabs of meat like it's a treat. But I can't do that anymore. But you could. You! Yeah, you with the noodle arms. Even you could muster a buster on a husky hustler with the help of my brand new human enhancement supplement, Stackalak by Jak Cadilak. Stackalak is a semi-natural, non-organic human enhancement supplement that'll turn you from a loser into a bruiser. Stackalak does something to your body that can only be described as magical, or as the FDA described it, unapprovable. But who do you trust? A bunch of suits worrying about science and numbers and how many rats we killed? Or me, the big JC, the mean, lean fiend who's got the looks of James Dean, the muscles of Mr. Clean, and knows all the choreo to Billie Jean. This stuff will give you the body of your dreams. You'll be looking manly, womanly, personanly. These pills don't discriminate. These suckers will fix your life and so much more. So, stop eyeing and start buying. Stackalak by Jak Cadilak. Be who you've always wanted to be. Me, the original JC. Bam, damn, Jak Cadilak.
Thanks again to Jack Jazz, guys. Pretty cool guy, right? Thanks. Like I said, this is a temporary internship, so if anybody has any paid to slightly paid to almost paid to not paid but a less animal-oriented position, please let me know! And I do contractually have to say, despite what you might at first think, the Stinkin' Rhino is actually a pretty cool place. But I guess being cool isn't everything. Which is a shame. Because growing up, I thought all the messaging behind everything was how important being cool was. But now you get older, and apparently kindness, respect, and humility are noble traits or whatever. I don't know what I believe in anymore. I don't know. It's like good versus evil is cliche. Hard work pays off is corporation by propagandas. All love is all you need was written by a clone. I mean, what matters? I mean, I decided we live in a reality, a fallacy. Meaning, if somebody believes enough in something, it becomes real. So, what's real? Philosophical hang-ups like this are why people get religion. I mean, if we could all just accept that we are but ants in relation to some great creator, we wouldn't be so worried about equality or freedoms. We would just be like, I guess God wants Trump to have 4 more terms and call it a day. Unfortunately, I'm not religious. I dare say I'm spiritual. If I'm anything, I'm so insecure that to believe in something, I also have to believe the opposite of that thing. So for me to believe there isn't a God, I kind of believe that there is. I mean, okay, not a God as much as, let's say, maybe like a force of nature. You know, it's like things just work out so chaotically perfect all the time. And I'm just constantly astonished. And I don't know, I have such a weird thing with religion. I guess growing up, you know, my parents weren't that religious. We never talked about religion. We never went to church or mass or temple. And it wasn't until the 3rd grade when they moved me to a private Episcopal school that I started getting close with religion. And, well, pretty quickly into going to that school, I realized there was a problem. And the problem was me. You see, in the 3rd grade, I had much too availability to the internet. So I had found some videos of Ricky Gervais talking about his atheist beliefs. And I started going to recess and reciting what he was saying to students. Luckily, the faith of 3rd graders is so blind that like nobody was listening to me, to my enraged, point to indisputable evidence of where God exists in the world. They just looked at me like I was crazy. Because I was. I mean, I believe the Christian God, a hoax. But Santa and the Easter Bunny, both fully real. I mean, those other guys had it figured out, though. Because I didn't want a prophet. I wanted some profit. But eventually Christianity would actually help me become less bullied and complete the high school tradition of conformity. My conformity was so lame. I mean, I didn't ditch my nerd friends to go slam beers with the football team. I ditched my Xbox to go talk about what Jesus Christ meant to me, which was less than my Xbox meant to me. But it was there that I would meet our next and final guest, Pastor Tim. Clapping. Some people know him, yeah. Pastor Tim is a pretty cool guy. I met him doing his youth group, and his youth group was cool because it was a youth group, but it didn't feel that religious. Except for the points we started reading from the Bible, those parts felt pretty religious, but I don't know, even if I wasn't buying what he was selling, there was always some lesson or, advice that I could take away that actually helped me while I was growing up. Pastor Tim's been away for a while. He's been doing mission trips across the globe for the past 3 years, but he just got back, and he still has the most followers out of all of our guests tonight because his TikTok, or as he calls it, Tim Talk, really blew up. He hasn't posted in 3 years, and he still has so many followers, it makes me want to believe. But I have told him that Boston is a bit different from Memphis, and so if he could tone down the Christianity for a more secular approach, so as not to offend any non-theistics or ex-theologians in the room. But without further ado, here to spread the good word onto you, Pastor Tim. Hey, B-Town! How we doing? Welcome to Tim Talk, the show where we press record and leave the rest to the Lord. What's that, Jack? Nope, I heard you. We're going to tone it down a little bit, more secular. Yep. Your house, your rules. Hey, everybody, I'm Pastor Tim. Y'all know me. A few of you might not. Let's get a few things straightened out then. First things first, Pastor Tim was my father. Y'all just call me Tim. Second thing, I'm a pop culture pastor. This ain't Sunday school, all right? I like to keep a look at the media, the movies, the music, and trends of the day, and look at them through the lens of my favorite book, the Bible. Sorry if I'm a bit rusty, y'all. I've been away for about 3 years, like Jack said. You see, a few years ago, I was nothing more than a humble youth group pastor, bringing the Alpha to Gen Alpha and the Trinity to Gen Z. And then this little thing came along. I don't know if y'all heard about it. It was called the pandemic. Yeah, when COVID happened, everybody started freaking out. I mean, things went remote and people didn't know what to do. Not me. I mean, me and my boss have been working together remote for a long time. My boss being the boss. Yeah, but when things went remote, no longer could I get together with my Gen Z squad and listen to One Direction, talk about Stranger Things, and praise his name, Jesus Christ. The historical figure, Jack. But I just couldn't just sit on my hands during the pandemic, so I took this little app. I think y'all know it, TikTok. I turned it into Tim Talk. Now, I didn't think anybody'd like it, just little old Tim talking about Jesus, but, well, within a few months, y'all could call me the coronavirus, because I had gone viral. I mean, I felt like Flappy Bird or Gangman style. I mean, I was Harlem shaking the world wide open. Oh, man. But, again, I'm rusty, but, I mean, I felt like Olivia Rodrigo when Driver's License came out. Except, it taught me something. I mean, gals like Olivia, Swift, Sabrina, told y'all I was hip. They're the real rock stars. I mean, they make all that fame, all that attention, the ad deals, the interviews, all of it looks so easy. But y'all, I only experienced less than a quarter of it, and it was too much for me. I can actually remember the exact moment I decided to call it quits on Tim Talk. It was the fateful evening Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. I cried when it happened, and when Will won his award, he went up on stage and gave us a quote, recently gifted to him by the one and only Denzel Washington. Denzel told him, Be careful at your highest moment, for that is when the devil comes for you. Woo! I prayed on that, y'all. I mean, and the next morning when I woke up, the first thing I did was delete Tim Talk and book a flight to a place I couldn't pronounce to begin my mission. Unfortunately, Albuquerque, or as the locals pronounce it, Albuquerque, didn't need me. Luckily, I met a friend there who got me to where I was wanted, and well, since then I've been running around the globe, holding hands, mending fences, and spreading the good word. But it was time for Tim to come back home, and y'all, boy, did I miss home. I mean, all my favorite things are here. McDonald's, Mountain Dew, and most importantly, my beautiful wife, Cheryl. Thank you. I'm a lucky guy, but Cheryl wasn't so happy with my impulsive decision. Yeah, but she has forgiven me on the promise that I do two things. One, never get inspired by Will Smith again. And two, start our family. You know, I've always wanted a little Tim or a Timette or a neutral. I don't know, like T or I. Maybe M. But, you know, while the process has been enjoyable, it has been challenging too. Not only on Cheryl and I's relationship, but on our relationship. I mean, come on, we're all friends here. Who here has ever had some bedroom frustrations? Come on now, yeah. I hear that, all right. Come on, y'all. This is Tim Talk. This is the club. And in the club, we all have. Fam, Tim is going through it. I thought when I came back from my mission, my faith would be at its strongest. But lately, I've been feeling like just like I did 3 years ago. Overwhelmed. And y'all, it ain't just me. I mean, let's look around at the world right now. The world's going through it too. I mean, nobody can agree. AI is distorting our reality. And Liam Payne is dead? Is there any hope? But the devil has been working overtime. I mean, if 2024 had a Spotify rap, the #1 song would be Brat by Charlie XCX. But the #2 song would be Sin by Satan. So I asked myself a question. I said, what are we doing? The better question was, what have we been doing? You know, I'm a pop culture pastor, right? I gotta know the media and the trends that are influencing the youth, and I've missed about 3 years. So I've been binging, and y'all, I got some hot takes for you. First things first, music is lit right now. My wife says I need to order my me espresso decaf. I love Sabrina. I think first place is taken. But I got a second favorite Carpenter now. Sabrina, she ain't too different from Jesus. All right, hear me out. I mean, think about it. I mean, they're both poets. They both found fame young. Both born in a manger. A lot of people don't know that. And they both teach you such wonderful lessons. I mean, Jesus with his parables and sermons, and Sabrina with those Juno poses. She'll be like, have you ever tried this one? And I'm like, no, I have not. Me and my wife both pulled a hamstring trying one of them. And I know y'all are thinking TMI, but come on, y'all. Rearrange those letters. You'll get TIM. But, you know, guys, not everything I can just catch up on. The Eras Tour. I'm never going to forgive myself for that one. Cowboy Carter and Renaissance. And, well, ashamedly, I missed one of the most important moments in American history. The matchup between a man who some revere as a genius and other a destructive madman. And a woman with a complicated past, but as I saw it, only operating now with the intention of serving the people. A battle that can only be finished by the people and their passion. I'm, of course, talking about Barbenheimer! Who's seen Barbie? Who's seen Barbie? Yeah, I didn't know I was a BBW before Barbie watcher. And y'all, Barbie was exactly what I was looking for. I mean, it's not only a phenomenal film, but I can assuredly say it is a GLM. That's my Rotten Tomatoes. It stands for God-loving movie. And Barbie is it. I mean, I had all these unanswered questions, and Barbie answered them all. You see, the story of Barbie spoke to me. You got Barbie. She's perfect. Her life is perfect, everything perfect. Until all of a sudden, her body betrays her as her feet fall flat and she discovers cellulite. This is not the life Barbie has lived and loved. So she goes to get some advice from the weird Barbie. Ooh, the weird Barbie? Now this is a character that intrigued me. Not just because of the always funny Kate McKinnon, but because of the way the other Barbies ostracized her. I mean, who here's ever felt like a weird Barbie?
Yeah.
Better question, who here's ever needed some help from a weird Barbie? I mean, I got a weird Barbie, and this guy's a weirdo. I mean, he likes to go to weddings and get everybody drunk. He likes to spend all his time hanging around beggars, lepers, fishermen, and prostitutes. His name is Jesus Christ. And he can be your weird Barbie too, y'all. Because sometimes we need some advice from somebody who lives on the fringe. Give us a refreshing perspective. So the weird Barbie gives Barbie some advice, and she gives her a quest that'll fix everything. She has to go out and venture into the real world. Now, this is the point where she is joined by the man of the hour, Ken. Who's feeling the energy, right? Ken, man. Oh, man, in the beginning of the movie, Barbie says, Ken's not cool. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's Ryan Gosling. He's the coolest. You know, that masculinity montage got me hyped, but my wife told me I wasn't supposed to be. So I thought to myself, why did seeing those horses and old men get me all fired up? It's because I, like Ken, knew what it felt like to be unimportant, uncool, and like the supporting character in my own life. You see, and I'm rusty, lots of times we just want to be seen by those we love. But luckily, y'all don't have to hostily take over Barbie Land to do that. All you got to do is open up the book and let the creator take over. Not Ruth, creator of the Barbie and Total Sigma, but that one. You see, Barbie is about learning to be human. That Billie Eilish song didn't just make me cry. It made me think when she sang, "What was I made for?" You know, because it takes Barbie a while to figure out the answer to that question. To be honest with y'all, I'm still searching for the answer myself. I mean, I thought I was just Tim. And just like how my job was preach, just like how Ken's job was beach, my job was preach. I thought it was just my destiny to live a life of blonde fragility, but then I heard that America Ferrera speech. Chills, y'all, chills. And I know it's for women, but I think there's something in it for everybody. I mean, there's so much we put on ourselves. I mean, if we're not perfect, we're a disaster. I mean, we force ourselves to become these statues of perfection, like Barbie or Ken, but what if we let go of these superficial limitations? What if I told you you didn't have to be Barbie or Ken? You could be Alan, Midge, the weird Barbie. And as Barbie teaches us, if we learn to forget about who we're expected to be and learn and accept who we are, we can finally become human. Any other perfect beings that sacrificed their immortal heaven to experience what humanity was like? Any of them come to mind for y'all? Or just the one? Man, this movie hit different for me. I mean, sometimes I don't feel Tim enough, let alone Ken enough. I mean, sometimes I worry this ain't the Tim Cheryl married. This ain't the Tim God wants me to be. And, I'm sure to hit it home for a lot of you young people too. I mean, growing up is a lot like Barbie Land. I mean, hear me out. I mean, at first, everything's perfect. Things make sense. The status quo is clear and present. Our roles seem comfortable and fitting. And then all of a sudden, we get a little older, and nothing makes sense. I mean, the music stops playing, and we're lost. Then we have to go out into the real world and find out what life is really like. You know, I urge you all to think about those brainwashed Barbies that were serving the patriarchy. They seemed happy, right? Because life seemed easy and fun. But that's the devil at play. Easy and fun. I mean, Jesus didn't walk through the desert for 40 days and 40 nights because it was easy. He didn't die up on that cross because it was fun. He did it because they were impossible. I want all of you to look into your lives and find an impossible task. Go out and accomplish it. Even if you don't think you can do it, I want to assure you, He won't let you down.
Amen.
Now,
Amen.
Amen. But now, Jack, I know what I promised you, but I just have to lead us out into a prayer, y'all. I mean, if you'd like to put your hands together as I say, Dear Lord, sometimes you test our faith. Not because you don't think we're worthy, but because you want us to know that we are. Sometimes you're like that Matchbox 20 song that the kids were singing, and you want to push us around because we want to take you for granted. But it is then we discover that the closer we are to you, the closer we are to find. For your love is sublime. May your spirit guide us as we run from the Mattel boardroom and Will Ferrell as they try to put us back into our boxes. Protect us until we reach your dream house in the sky, your Mojo Dojo Casa house. In your name we pray. Amen. Hallelujah. Hey, thank you. God bless you. And good night. I'm Pastor Tim. Tim is leaving the building.
Bam! Damn! Jak Cadilak is back, and I'm here to say, screw the FDA. Turns out you gotta get their approval to sell drugs in the U.S., and if you don't, they throw all your scientists into jail. All because we put Stackalak up for sale, and people ran to it like a hammer does a nail. And some people reported it was making them feel frail, look pale, get angrier than Christian Bale. Some guy grew a tail. And now, to avoid going to jail, I'd like to formally apologize to anyone who took Stackalak. How was I supposed to know that bad stuff that happened to rats would happen to people too? I should have been less all gas, no brakes, and more not so fast, less mistakes. So again, my bad. I've decided to step away from all that stuff that's outside my comfort zone. Mindfulness, apologies, science, and go back to the one thing I've never needed a performance enhancement drug to excel at. Talking. But not just talking to beautiful women outside the 7-Eleven. No, talking on my podcast, Rolling Through Life with Jak Cadilak, is an unfiltered conversation between you, me, and a professional wrestler with CTE who's ready to share all their political opinions with you. But wait, there's more. I'm not just doing a podcast, I got a whole content network, the Cadilak Network. Along with my weekly podcast, you'll get Cadilak Renovations, where I show you home improvement skills. Cooking with Cadilak, where I show you recipes I stole from the Food Network. Cadillacs with Cadilak, where I talk about all things motor vehicle. And so much more. Fashion, gaming, tasteful nudes. Finally, I've gifted the world with what it's always wanted. More of me. Subscribe now for $14.99 a month. Remember, it's not a podcast, it's a pod that'll last. Bam, damn, Jak Cadilak. Please don't let this one fail.
mostly the inspiration to go watch Barbie again, but very moving. A man and Alleluia to you too, buddy. And also, I want to thank Jak Cadilak. I just read an article backstage that Warner Brothers has purchased the Cadilak network for $300 million. Congrats, Jak Cadilak. Wow. Oh, my phone's buzzing. I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, what's a breaking news alert? Oh, Jak Cadilak has been sued for $300 million by 1,000 people who say paying for the Cadilak network ruined their lives. Well, good luck, Jak, and we look forward to hearing about your next product. Speaking of looking forward, there's nothing. This is the end. Oh man, already? I know, you guys barely got to even know me. I mean, you just met these other guys who aren't me at all. I mean, what am I gonna do? Any ideas? No. Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out. I mean, I don't know. I guess like these guys taught me anything. It's like, well, take my Uncle Vinny, right? I've got some personal business to attend to, but I think I'll find a solution that works for me. And like Jack Jazz, I've got a passion that drives me, and maybe if I trust in it, it'll take me to where I want to go. And like Pastor Tim, I got a lot of unanswered questions still, but the world is a way of giving us the right movie or information at the right time. I guess I just gotta believe in that. And like Jak Cadilak, failure is no stranger. Competition is my nutrition. Possibility is all I need. Maybe the power of positivity does have some mobility. You know what? Maybe I do have things figured out. Maybe I'm gonna be fine. I mean, I definitely won't. I definitely don't at all, but I don't know. Who does? I mean, every day we wake up, we could be anybody, but every day we are ourselves, a host to a show of our own madness. To be honest with you all, right now, I wouldn't want to be anybody else.